What up, Moogles? Popping in here to do the async. Thought I would talk it through since I got some time on my hands. So let's go ahead and get it going. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Got my ass handed to me on the last one. Let's see if I can do a little better this time. Nice start. Jump, Magitech, and Blitz is fantastic. Jump, Magitech, Blitz. So, yeah. We want to go find earrings, and we want to find a way to do Magitech as quickly as possible for Magitech Missile, especially if we can find a +1 or +2 Magic Esper. So, let's see if we can't find that. We're, of course, on the hunt for dried meat as well. So, we'll see if we can track that down. That is an extremely good grind check at the start of a seed, since there's no boss at the end. But for doing Magitech early, we would really like to find a way to learn some magic and maybe some consumables, which I'm always looking for things to break on any seed. If you ever watch any of these videos, you'll know I want stuff to crack. That was good. We got dried meat already. And we have earrings here as well. So I'm going to sell everything pretty much just to get what we can, which turns out isn't much. So we'll get 2, which is honestly enough. And we know where they're at for next time. If we need to come back here for earrings, we can. If not, then that's fine. Alright, since we have Magitech, which is some pretty good starting. You know what I didn't check, though? Is Gao's second ability. Okay, Lore and Blitz. Lore and Blitz. Lore can be good, but it's rough to use early on because a lot of them cost a good amount of MP. So if we find a gold hairpin or an economizer around, that could be really good, especially if he has Grand Train. Okay, it's another free check for us, and he is Sketch, which is pretty sad. And we're pretty much always on the lookout for good weaponry. There's none here, but if there was something good there, like an Illumina or VK or something, then I would really want to know that. I'm going to loop around and do Gal's dad's house. Stopped a little short there. And Terra. Okay, I like her better. Some soft. Dried meats are here too. Okay, good enough. All right, Gal's dad's house is pretty much a straight line up to Sealed Gates. That's where I'm going to go. I'm doing a lot of free checks because I know Magitech is really strong. We also have Slot, which I think Slot is fantastic and also pretty strong. I'm going to need a couple more earrings for it, but it's still strong. Cat hood, nice. Got some money with that wing edge. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and knock this out, get all the chests. Then I got to figure out where I'm going to go next. It really kind of depends on what we find here. I want an Esper. I really don't like starting seeds without an Esper, learning some magic, making sure I'm benefiting from the bonuses that might be on it, especially strength or magic. Speed, also really good. I could put speed on Celis or Terra, since it's assumed that later on they're going to have some sort of a big weapon. In here, you want to step on the bridge right across here, right down there, and then come back up. That changes the order that the bridges, like, reform. And then you just kind of hold down along the right side here. I'm not going to worry about this chest, because we're going to be going down into the basement anyway, so we're going to have plenty of loot by the time we're done here. I think we're going to go here, we're going to go to Albrook, and then we're going to go to Zen, and then probably South Figaro. And we're going to be really heavily pushing scaling at that point, so it'd be pretty risky. But you know what? No risk, no reward, right? Do I recommend everybody push scaling as hard as I'm going to with basically nothing but slots and Magitech? Probably not. And the last time I did this on a video, I got absolutely wrecked. So we're going to hope that doesn't happen again. But if it does, so be it. Gross. I just got rid of... No, I have Setzer. Okay, so we have a natural fixed dice user. So while I hate fixed dice, they are undeniably fantastic early on. I would have rather that been an Illumina or a Ragnarok, but here we are. Gotta use what the seed gives you. And I'm going to Albrook because not only is there some loot here, but it's got shops. And I am looking for rods and some things to pad the risk of how hard I'm pushing scaling. If I can just get a couple rods, it does give me a bit of a emergency oh shit button to just slam if I need to. Okay, good. We got a shield. That's close enough. There's a Minerva for sale here. That's cool. All right, we got a lot of stuff to sell. We got 2 ribbons. We got Pearl Lance, Wing Edge. So we got stuff. Let's see. Let's go ahead and just sell that. And for now, I'm going to pick up probably 2 of these. Mostly because I have 2 characters that naturally use big swords. So we're just going to prepare ahead of time for that. Genji armor, very nice. Got Revivifies. Don't really need anything else here. Alright, we got enough money for Zen Thief, so we're going to get Zen Thief. Then we're going to go do Basement. And then we're going to get started. Hopefully by then I found a little something else, but if I have to crack a shield just to save my life, I will. But I would rather not. But the option is there. 39k, we can afford that. Earrings? Ooh, economizer. Okay, here's what I want to check. Grand Chain. Alright, I would actually like that economizer. Question is, can I afford it? The answer is maybe not. Alright, so that's enough for the econ, but I don't have enough right now for anything else. So we might come back here. That was an Esper, right? Okay, Esper. We still need at least 2 more earrings, but we're going to really prefer 4 more because we need enough for slots. And we need enough for that Grand Train for Gao. So after Basement, we might, if we haven't found any more earrings, there's a really good chance we're going to swing back by Narsh and just pick up a few more earrings. That way we have all the offense we need to really get ripping. Yeah, we're good here. If there was no Grand Train there, I probably would not have bought that econ, but it's just way too enticing. Okay, well, we got more Genji armor, so we should have enough to buy the earrings and Zen Thief by the time we're out of here. I don't like to sell a bunch of Genjis, but I will if I have to. Okay, there's our earrings. So there's 2. I'm going to sell 1 of those Genji armors. And we're going to get 2 more. I feel like we still need a lot more curatives. We don't have a lot of like status ailment protection right now. Child, get out of my face. Super Ball, but I'm not you know what? Why not? Why not? We'll take it. This is thus far a very money-hungry seed, but it's all my fault. Another cat hood, but we already have one. Hopefully someone can use it, because obviously we need money in this seed. Alright, we have enough loot that we don't need to go out the side there and get that loot. We're just going to do the basement. And I don't anticipate that I'm going to use that economizer forever, but it's a really good way to get started off in the early game. And if I choose not to use it later, you know, I could sell it for half off. So, you know, 32.5 or whatever. So I have a bit of money back if I need it at another point. Wow, yeah, no espers except for Zen Thief. So we're definitely going to zip back down there and get it, because that's really our last chance. Flame Shield's nice too. Gets us some level 2 spells. Genji Glove, good for later, we hope. Another shield. We need to get some Merton. We get some Merton, we're basically already there. There were Minervas for sale. In Albrook. So we have 3 shields already. So I need to be keeping it in the back of my mind that I have 3 shields. And I should really be preparing for the eventuality of Merton if it shows up on any espers. Just, you know, start throwing everything in the microwave until I win the seed. Alright. We don't need to go back to Narsh because we already got our earrings. We just need to go back to Zen and, you know, find a way to get $37,000. Get our esper and then go get started on actually fighting stuff and getting off level 3. Alright, let's see. I can actually sell these. For that. Oh, this isn't looking so good, is it? Guess I'm gonna sell this too. But we're still not there. Memento Ring should seal it. Alright. Well, we're gonna be a little low on armor, so we're definitely playing a risky game here. Oh, it's 39, not 37, so oops. Thank you for letting me buy, old man. Much appreciated. Alright, now we're gonna go right over here, switch to 3 characters. Let's see, who has match tech? You. Okay, you, and I think you keep. Let's throw our 6 earrings on. Actually, nope. We need the economizer on him. Let's check our esper. Okay, well that was worth it. That was very worth it. Holy crap. Let's just... Forgot to equip actual stuff, but that's okay. I'm just gonna quickly snap some stuff on because I forgot to do this. I saw that the cat hood can be equipped and we have 3 shields on now. Fantastic. Should be able to just attack and kill, I think, right? Nope, too weak. Everything is level 12 and we're level 3, so that makes sense. Cool, another esper. Alright, where's that dried meat at? There it is. Okay, let's just pick up Setzer. Just gonna check that Esper and then see if there's anything I can put on Setzer besides fixed dice. Sure, why not? Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Now he should just have Moogle and earrings, and now we pray. We hope that Grand Train and slots and Magitech can carry us through the first fights without us just getting absolutely murked. Because at this point, with everything being level 14, roughly, and we're level 3, this could get real sketchy real fast. This could be okay, but what I'm going to do is use some of these Revivifies. We could switch right here, and we could just get a Fire Beam on him. Anything to guarantee we kill him is important. Because they could just... This isn't going to be a high experience fight, but it is enough to at least get us started, get us off level 3. But we're still very much one-hit killable. And, like, I'm ready to just run if I have to. This should be fine, actually. Let's go Bolt Beam. Should be enough to kill him. That might be enough to kill him, too. Alright, cool. Unfortunately, no experience there, but we just learned Fire 3. So I think I might pop that on Terra. Da Vinci Brush. And Terra, equip that. Yeah. Go ahead and move Starlit over to Terra so she can be learning Fire 3. And I'm going to get off level 3 HP here. Well. Didn't realize I didn't buy any potions, so hopefully everything will still be okay. Thought I bought potions somewhere, but apparently not. I know I don't have potions or sleeping bags. Just a little unfortunate. Alright, we're going to just switch to Gao on this one. And we're going to Grand Train them, and that should kill them all. Ooh, not quite. Not quite. So, let's switch to some slots, and that should finish off the rest of them. Just learned Cure 2, naturally, I think, so that's really good. I think Terra was the natural magic user. Alright, this should be a Grand Train and we're out of here. If not, do what we did before and just get ourselves a 7 flush going. Alright, we have successfully navigated the trench. That was a very relaxing trench, so we got very lucky, quite honestly. I mean, we had some ways through it, but I don't think we could have asked for a much safer trench than that. But I have not really been... Oh, you know what? Actually, I was going to say I haven't really been thinking about where I want to go next, but I definitely know where I want to go next, and it's Magitech. But what I'd really like to see is some other stuff, like sleeping bags and warp stones would be great. And maybe potions too. Sir? 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 Please? Okay, there's sleeping bags. Great. So we definitely are going to get like 30 of those. I'm going to pick up another Super Ball and pick up some smoke bombs. All right. We're ready. I might actually go just fight a dragon. Just to get levels up before I go do Magitech, because we just... That trench, it got us levels, but we are not very strong. We're not high level. We're not even up to scaling yet, so if I can just get the Super Balls to catch us up, that would be just wonderful. Okay, let's see what we got. We're gonna take Starlit off, and we're going to give that to him, and what's Stray do? Nothing fancy. So this dragon can basically just wreck our face if it wants to. So we're going to hope that, like, doesn't happen. We do have a lot of shields, though, so we might actually be perfectly fine. I do want to go to Magitech because, you know, Magitech Missile. We're also just absolutely milking this +2 magic Esper on her, so she's going to be slamming 9s on that Esper, or on the Magitech Missile, pretty early. Stormy Boy. Great. Oh, you know what? I forgot I, like, literally have Super Balls. Should use those. I bought them for a reason, right? I think this bolt will kill him, though. If not, the dice should. Or not. You know what? So be it. I'm not going to need Super Balls anymore later anyway, so let's just finish him off with that. He had a lot of life. You know, being level 16 makes sense. But that's going to supercharge us pretty well before we go hit up Magitech. We got lots of level 3 spells. We have all sorts of good things. Well, we have lots of Fire 3 is what we have, but we have a lot of also non-elemental stuff going around. And then there's our last bit of Merton protection if we ever need it. Alright, let's get Magitech out of the way. Could do Search the Skies too, but I'm going to do that later. It's not really super important at this point. Especially because I have to heal first. Okay. Now, I'm just going to think, you know, what really scares me right now, and it's not a lot. I'm a little bummed out I had to use both of the Super Balls because they can come in clutch if I run into something really nasty here, like a Doomgaze or a Magimaster. But we do have a multitude of shields that we can crack if we need to on something like Magimaster. We also have a lot of non-elemental damage with Grand Train and slots. So we've got some really good options for just about all bosses that we might encounter right now, especially now that we're pretty much caught up to scaling. Also, I'm sort of at that point where I don't think I need to be looting anymore. I've been getting into the habit of looting too much lately, so I think at this point, with the magic attacks that we have, we should be okay. I mean, it's obnoxious, but we should be okay. Especially because we're mostly fire-based. So let's just stick with ice for now. Oops. Get Grand Train going, get a Bolt Beam going, and then just wait trick for the rest. Bolt Beam should already be slapping pretty hard because of that Esper. I think I'm just going to raw roll this. Not quite enough. So we're just going to wait for Bolt Beam to show up. And if this Ice 2 doesn't kill, then hopefully... Okay, cool. That was a very relaxed Inferno. We love to see it. We didn't get any of his nasty AoE skills. We didn't get launchered. Could have been a lot worse. I don't feel like I need to save. So I'm just going to double check my levels. Maybe check if this is an Esper. See what it is. If I'm not a multiple of 5, which I am not, then I'm not going to worry about saving. That's pretty horrible. So we're just going to have it because Vanish is, you know, Vanish can be really good, especially on Kefka. If we have a physical attacker we need to protect, especially on tier 1, Vanish can serve a really good purpose there. Oh, I think we'll be okay. I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to switch to Bolt Beam, maybe throw some dice, and we'll see if that's enough to solve it. Okay. I've mentioned it in a few of my other videos, but you'll see me a lot of the time. My characters don't need to act. It's I can wait a little bit for the optimal character to show up. I can let their ATB fill and not waste time attacking with someone that's just not going to do enough damage. Because while if I attacked with somebody else, it probably would not have killed Tunnel Armor. And then the one that could have killed it in one shot has to sit there and wait and just sit on their hands while that first attack goes off. And it's just, it wastes time every time you do that. So it's generally better just to wait a second or so, wait for the ATB to fill, and attack with the proper character to solve the problem in as few attacks as possible. Seraphim is strength +2 is very interesting. We're going to go ahead and put that on Terra, because we can just be preparing her for a future of attacking with a big weapon. Zealous is going to be a Magitech bot, so we don't want to save over that. We do want to make a separate save so we're not trapped here. In case we get something really disgusting and have to leave for whatever reason, we really don't want to soft lock ourselves here. So now I'll just be considering, with these fights, what's the best way to kill them, and it's probably just going to be Grand Train, unless this happens, in which case, probably just Fire Beam it, and he might just die. If he doesn't absorb it, I always think he absorbs fire. He did not die. Fire 3 may be good too, but I don't know. This one we can just Grand Train and probably finish it instantly. Fire 3 may be faster, but this doesn't split damage. Cool. Same thing. We're just going to slam a Grand Train out. Fight's over. And now we just hope that something stupid doesn't happen. Several times I've been through here, I'm not a multiple of 5 until I fight the fights here and then run into Doomgaze at the end of the rails, and it's just like, great, awesome. Polty, a bit obnoxious. We don't have great offense to shred through his magic defense. And that stop was pretty annoying, too. Because he's going to zap Terra. Let's see how much damage this does. 4,000. That's actually quite good. I'm going to heal myself. Thank you, Setzer, for being worthless. Just going to be ready to revive Terra, because she is going to get blasted here shortly. Problem is, I might revive her, and then she just gets knocked down again. If that happens, it happens. Whatever. We get a free heal before the next boss, so we'll just go for it. I'm being a little precious with my shields because I am aware that I might get Merton later, and I would be very annoyed if I had to go re-shopping for Minervas instead of just popping shields on and calling it a day. But it don't matter because we got through it just fine. Good experience too, fantastic. All right, where are we going after this? Depends on if it's a character or not. Let's see if it's a character, and then we'll figure it out. What level are we? We are not a multiple of 5, so I feel quite safe. If we can take out a Poltergeist, we could take out just about anything. At my weapon, not concerned in the slightest. Alright, so no character here. I'm almost considering just hopping on Floating Continent and just doing it. He was one of the more recent characters we got, But so was Terra, and we didn't get a character with her yet. So what might be the move? I think maybe we go do Zozo. I might do... Okay, we're going to do Zozo. We'll switch to World of Ruin. We'll take a look at maybe Daryl's Tomb into Cave on the Veldt, and we're just going to sort of fade Floating Continent, I think. We've already done a really long check with Magitech. So let's avoid doing another long check with Floating Continent. Obviously, it's a risk, because if Floating Continent is gating it somehow, then we're just completely screwed. But, you know, it is what it is if that happens. I'm going to actually put this on him. And you, Demi-Slow Vanish. 2. Let's give him life 2. You know what? Actually, we don't have Warp Stones, do we? We do have 4. Okay, good. All right. So yeah, we're going to do this first. We haven't gotten a character from Terra yet. And she is one of the more recent characters we've gotten. We might even be able to go to Welk after this and do that instead and see if we can fish for a character that way. We only need 1 more character and 3 more Espers, so we're making really good time right now. And again, I feel like I am just fine with my offense. I'm hoping that dragons later on might give me a little bit more to work with at the end of the day, but Magitech Missile is enough to just win the game by itself with some backup. Just some cure bots in the background, and it can solve a lot of issues. Alright, let's see what our Magitech Missile is already doing. Yeah, we're already at 8,000. That's pretty good. We should be able to pop that magic +2 Esper on Gao pretty soon. In this case, I really should have just waited and thrown another Magitech Missile, because that probably would have just killed. But I had to wait like 4 seconds or so for that Fire 3 to go off on Terra. We got a long way to go, and we're already slapping 9s. I think it's probably time just to put that magic +2 on Cell or on Gao and let that Grand Train ride for the rest of the seed. Strike and a miss. Swing and a miss. Whatever. English is hard. Alright, let's go check out Welk. Just gonna knock it out real fast. It's not really that far out of our way. Only thing I'm gonna do is just quickly put Phantom right there where it belongs. And we'll just give her that. Let's go. What level are we? Not multiple of 5, so we're just gonna keep going. So we're gonna do Welk, Daryl's Tomb. We might even take a peek in the Coliseum, see if we can get a big weapon for Terra. Cool. I'll take it. I do not hate that at all. Atma, not scary in the slightest. Just gonna hold A, because we have Magitech already prepped. Switch over here, get a Grand Train going, fight, and then we just wait. So by the time the dice are done, it'll be Celis's turn. So, no, didn't matter. That was a nice trip 5 there. I do not need to switch characters, so I'm not even going to look at what Mog has. But I am just going to go trip Lone Wolf real quick, and then run right back up. At least this way, we'll be able to see what Lone Wolf has, and we'll be able to do Kefka and Narsh, and if all else fails, we'll just do Moogle Defense 2. Why not? We might get another character, but it's all in one place, so very little travel time. And the other options we have for checks aren't the best. You know, I wish we had Sabin or Cyan instead of a Mog, but here we are, right? And once we're done here, we still have the options I was talking about. We have Daryl's Tomb. Then we have Cave on the Veldt, so those are all options. We still have the Colosseum. We can also peek Moblez, so we have options to get up to the 9 Espers we need. We're pretty much ready to just go hit Kefka's Tower whenever we get unlock at this point. We have enough offense to just send it. We have good enough offense and defense. We have Cure 3 sitting around. We got Cure 2 sitting around. We got Life 2 sitting around. We're doing pretty good. Oh, Ask and ye shall receive. I'm going to do Kefka at Narsh, straight into Doma, and maybe straight into Doma Dream. Everything else is just right on the sidelines now. We're just going to go with raw speed. I mean, even Doma is kind of not necessary. I'll do it, but it's not necessary. How many checks am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. That'll leave us with 18 checks after we get out of Doma Dream. If I do Doma, Doma Siege, sorry, Doma, Doma Dream, I'll be at 18, which will get me really close to skip. Oh, shit. Silly me. I was supposed to do Kefka at Narsh. You know what? No, I'm not even going to do it. I'm not even going to do it. I'm not even going to do it. It's not necessary. I will get down faster than I can finish Kefka at Narsh, so we're just going to go. We have more than enough checks to not need Kefka at Narsh right now. I was too busy counting my checks and not thinking about doing Kefka at Narsh, but oh well. Alright, Doma, into Doma Dream, into Cave on the Veldt, and we'll see where we're at. We should have unlock. There might even be a faster way to get skip. We'll see. Right, we are multiples of 5, so that's a little sketch, but we just hope that this is not Doomgaze. Definitely not Doomgaze. Thankfully. With the stuff that we have, I kind of just think Ice 2 into another Magitech Missile and we're done. I don't think Magitech Missile would have actually killed by itself, so this should finish it. Well, it will finish it. No doubt whatsoever. Okay, love it. We'll just take a peek at that Raiden. We only have 2 characters that can get any more Espers right now. It's just Setzer and Celis. Celis doesn't need any more MP stuff. You Raiden, completely worthless. All right, we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to save and go. Right now, we're just going to let that +2 strength Esper ride on Terra for the rest of the seed and assume that maybe later we'll have a big weapon for her, and if not, we cry. Doma Dream, it feels like it's a long check, but it's not because it's 3 back-to-back, and it goes really fast. So it's one of the fastest checks in the game when you do all 3 together. And it's for 2 bosses, 3 checks. Fantastic. All right, this is fine because we have Grand Train. That should kill the top 2. If it does, then we're going to zap that one, actually. We're also going to go ahead and Ice 2 this one, which this is a Fire Element one, so that should take care of it. did not die. That's funny. Magitech Missile will take care of the bottom right one. Or that one, anyway. We'll just do a quick Aura Bolt. Should take care of this last one. I thought for sure he would be dead. Cool. Just need one more. I also don't remember if this is 21 check skip or 20 check skip. I've been playing too many flag sets. I think it's 21, but we'll see in a little while. Alright, so we're getting unlock here. As soon as we finish this, it's a guaranteed Esper. That little sprite that I saw running around, that's going to be the next check after the boss. So, oh baby. Experience, I got just a random chest. So that sprite tells you if it's going to be a character or an Esper because it cannot be dead. The second check here cannot be dead. It's character Esper only. You know, sometimes you just loot random stuff and stumble upon a juicy little experience egg out of nowhere. Question is, where am I going to put that? It's probably going to be Terra, but I still really need a weapon for her. She could be very good. If only a big weapon would fall into my lap. If not, she becomes one of the most useless characters that I have. Which is fine. I mean, I have obscenely strong other characters. Gao's going to be pretty strong by the end, since he'll be drinking up that +2 magic until the end of the seed. Quick save. Do I have... I feel like I thought I had an Atma. No, I don't. Alright, well, so be it. Bismarck. Magic +2. Sure. At this point, I'm really not sure if we're ever going to find a big weapon for her, so let's just do that instead and see what we can come up with. That experience egg, I don't even know if I need it, to be honest. At this point in the seed, I'm not sure how useful it is. I also have to figure out how I'm going to get skip. What's the faster movie? Oh, search the skies. Search the skies. Never did do that. So if it's 21 checks, this will get us to 18. We'll need 19 for the fixed ice again. Gross, dude. Of all the juicy things you could give me, you just keep giving me these damn fixed ice. I'm going to take a quick check here. Let's go to track, objectives. It is 21, and we are at 18. Okay. That is what I suspected. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give her the experience egg. Somebody should have it. I did not check that Esper, though. I don't even remember what it was. Shiva? Life 2 is pretty juicy, but I'm fine. Magimaster. We'll be fine. Quick and easy. No threat whatsoever. Thank you for the free Mega Elixir. Alright, we're gonna head straight to Kepka's Tower. Full stack mid. What level are we? That's a little spooky. That's a little spooky. We're gonna risk it pretty heavily here. That is perfectly fine. Okay. Everything turned out better than expected. Then we just hold A. If this Fire 3 doesn't kill, Magitech will. Or the dice. Okay. I'm going to check my Espers, and I'm going to actually switch a bunch of Espers around. Everybody can start learning something for this dragon. We can double check Life 2. We can make sure we have some Cure 3 coverage, stuff like that. I'm not too concerned about stat gains at this point, but I'm about to get 50 more magic points. Thunder Shield. So many shields. Alright, so we want her to learn Life 2. Those don't matter. Pearl doesn't matter. X-Zone would be good. Float would be really good here. So let's just get some float going. And I don't think we really need much else. Ice 3 for a little bit of coverage? Sure. Alright, it's the last chance to get a big weapon, because I'm obviously not going to Coliseum. Everything we've gotten is fixed ice and shields. Something's got to give, right? Icy Boy? That's fine. We have Fire 3 for you, buddy. Got Fire 3 and a Missile. Which should be more than enough to finish this up. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through and equip everything that I want to equip. I'm going to go in and I'm going to put on the Espers I'm going to have for the rest of the seed. And that way we're just already prepared and ready to go for the final fight. We don't have to do a bunch of menuing through 3 separate parties. We just do it now. Another shield. Of course. Alright. Well, let's just go ahead and do our equipping. She is most valuable. Followed by him. Great. You, and then you can just do the figure. I don't really care. We're not really in the market for an economizer anymore, so that can just go. Experience egg is fine. Bunch of earrings is fine. We have 7 characters, so I'm just going to pre-equip his other earrings right now. Let's get our Espers going. You, Phantom is great. Who has Zone Seek? Yeah, you can keep that. You can take Raiden. And it doesn't really matter. Okay, we are fully prepared. Now we get a free heal by just putting everybody in the team. I am gonna safety save. Now I think Celis can solo a lane, so that's what we're gonna do. Celis is gonna solo mid. Oh man, I missed. That's a shame. So yeah, Celis is gonna solo mid. We're gonna put Gao on the left. And then we'll put the other 2 on the right. Should be fine. So you there. Gao there. You and you. And now we just make sure we have a separate potato for each group. Those are our Moogle Charm mules. Now for me, it's important for me to save before I go jumping into the tower with the skip, because you only get one skip. Gives me a way out if things just go really awry. Okay. I'm just assuming that Grand Train with that +2 Magic Esper is going to carry enough on this lane. But there's not a lot left in the pool that'll super scare me, and this is definitely not one of them. This is perfect for Grand Train. Not enough. I'm actually a little bit surprised. They probably have like a couple hundred life left, and that's it. So obviously this will finish it. I think they have like 5,000 or something maybe life at max scaling. Now again, we have already equipped everything, so I do not need to touch my menu. I have my Espers equipped, I have my equipped, I have all my relics equipped. There's nothing that I need to do in the menu aside from Moogle Charm, healing, and saving. That's it. Chatty boy, pretty annoying. See, do we have haste? It'd be really cool if we did. Do you have haste? Nah, of course not. So here's what I want to do. If she's going to charm me, I want to be ready to use my ability before charm hits. Because that just overrides it. But she's not going to, so we're fine. If you see charm coming out, you can just see where it's heading and issue a command to that character, and you don't have to worry about it. Basically, completely overrides it. Should take 3 Magitech missiles, I think. Alright. It's a GG. Ah. He would squeak that turn in right at the last second. Little brat. I really don't think she's in any threat of dying, so we're just gonna go. Just gonna send it. Oh, this could be pretty obnoxious, but I don't think healing or reviving Gal or Mog would have mattered. The plan is still the same. Hold A until we win, unless he launchers. If he launchers, then we have to heal force ourselves, and then we go right back to tech mates. Speak of the devil. That's basically what we're gonna do. We're just, if he launchers me, I have to heal, obviously. And if not, then we are just tech missiling until he drops. Which is 4 tech missiles, I think. Alright, no issues so far, and I don't foresee there being any issues on the other side either. Because we got 2 characters on the other one. We got level 3 spells, we got slots. I mean, we got some fixed dice. I mean, single throw fixed dice, but it's, yeah, you know, whatever. Okay, again, we have no reason to touch anything else, so we're just going to go. I do think that Terra has an experience egg still, which honestly I don't need, so we're just going to do hero. Put the little charm there. We were desperate for a big weapon, and the seed did not deliver. There's probably a bunch of big weapons in the Coliseum that I just never got around to doing. Senor Behemoth. We have Fire 3 for this guy. And then, I don't know, X-Zone somewhere. I think somebody's got X-Zone. Is it you? Break is not enough, but you have Fire 3, so I don't need to throw dice with you. Do you have X-Zone? You do. Is he dead? He is. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Do it. Nice. First try. Love to see it. All right. Cool. Let's finish this up. So far, so good. 1, 4, 5, 7 is the numbers I need to hit. 1, 4, 5, 7. All right, we're gonna put our faith in X-Zone here instead of X-Fur. Actually, we can start with Break, which actually is better than X-Zone. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now we got plenty of Fire 3s to throw out. Soften up Short Arm. Looks like she'll be fine. She can take quite a few punches before dying. We're just going to wait. And we're just going to launch out another missile and GG it. Very efficient. First tier. I don't think we have mute, which is pretty annoying, but oh well. We just do what we normally do. We're going to attempt to kill tools, and then we're just going to focus down Tiger, and then we'll deal with magic. I don't want too much magic flinging around, and magic has too much HP, and I don't do a ton of damage. It'd be really cool if you didn't do that, actually. That would have been really nice. You do not have X-Zone, so we'll do that then. Let's try X-Zone there, and then if that doesn't work, we try X-Zone with her. Of course it's not gonna work. Why would it work? That's silly. Oh, no way. No way. Oh my god. Oh, what a disaster that was almost. We almost raided ourselves. Oh, and it missed. Oh my god, my luck is just profoundly bad right now. Unbelievable. I can't believe we didn't just, like, raiden ourselves to death. What in the world? Please. Please. Please die. Please die. Please. Please die. This is ridiculous at this point. Thank you. Jesus. Absolute stupidity how long that took. That should kill him. So get us started, softening up hit while still doing decent damage to magic. Rude. Apparently that means I can't do Magitech, right? I don't even know. I'm gonna assume I can't do Magitech while I am... Oh, well, shit. Doesn't matter. Let's try it. Ah, everything's fine. Now, is that enough to kill? Nope. I'm just gonna launch one more missile at him. That'll be more than enough to finish him off. Throw some healing, throw some phantom. Get ourselves a nice tech missile. Not quite enough. So one more tech missile ought to send it. It's one of those tricks that makes 10 hits go a lot faster. There's no animation of him hitting you. So the hits come really fast if you're invisible like this. I like to bring Phantom to Kefka no matter what. For that very reason. Or if I'm extremely physically soft, then I could use it on tier 1 as well and just avoid any counterattacks. Which I probably should have done, honestly, but I just forgot I had it. Alright, Celis kills her in one hit, and then we just basically use Celis over and over until we win this fight. We'll have to soften him by one other hit, but it'll be fine. Actually, now we don't have to soften him by one more hit. He just did damage to himself. I really thought we had haste somewhere. Quite sad we don't. There is virtually no reason for me to attack with multiple characters. We're just not doing enough damage. I can attack with one more. Like, I can definitely do like a fire 3 on him. He's at like 20,000 right now, roughly. So here's what we're gonna do. We don't have calmness protection, so... Alright, here's the plan. I'm gonna wait for him to attack. We're gonna do phantom strats. Let's wait for him to attack. Should be any second. There it is. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and fire 3, which should push him into Meteor phase. We're gonna prep Phantom. So we know he's within 10,000 of dying now. We're weight tricking with Phantom. Pop it. Weight trick with Magitech. And don't pick it until everything is done. And now we attack. We know we're doing 10,000, so this will get him straight up to dead. We are invisible, thus we cannot die. Phantom strats. Okay. We're just going to crack a bunch of shields. It's shield, shield, Magitech, shield. And we only have to equip Terra's shield. We have 2 other shields in our inventory right now. And that's going to be 40,000 already. We just need to get 3 extra attacks in and hope we don't get ultimated. Alright, so we're just scroll down to our shields. Oh, we have 3 here, so we don't have to unequip any shields. Shield, shield. Magitech. Shield. He's now in phase 2. Okay, he did hyperdrive. Let's see who it is. I really don't care about him, so he can just be dead. I'm gonna crack another shield in his face. We're now like right at Ultima phase. I'm gonna wait for Goner phase now, because I do not want to get ultimate after his multiple counters here. Tech missile. While he's charging, I can unequip this ice shield, get that going, and this will be GG. Like that, and then this will be the end. If not, if I miscount it, I'll just have Fire 3 ready, but I think he's done. 107.24. I think that run went great. I wish I had better sources of offense that were faster. Just weapons would have been awesome. I had no offering, but I wouldn't have used it anyway with the amount of magical offense I had. I feel like I played the Siege just fine. Yeah. Maybe, like, I think, let's go check out the Coliseum and see if there was maybe anything there that could have really sent the seed. But, I'm going to need to unequip everybody who's not in my party because I don't... no, I won't. Silly me. I'm not fighting anything. Alright, let's have a look. Is there anything delicious in the Coliseum? As an Illumina or Ragnarok would have helped quite a bit. Nope. So I don't feel bad. I mean, there's an offering for fixed dice. That's pretty trolly, but I wouldn't want it anyway. Super Balls, Raging. Yeah, nothing here. So I think I played it just fine. Not going here was kind of the move. Getting a skip kind of sucks, but there were a lot of dead checks. So many shields, but whatever. The shields came in handy. It just had me completely obliterate Kefka 4. So anyway, let me know if you have any questions. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.